to more of the important parts, but the most important part is the who. I always mention my friends in the room. That's because what you guys bring to me is invaluable. When I have a need, I have a customer who needs something taken care of, and I say, hey, I need this done, there's a decent chance that it get done, maybe. When I say, hey, I need this done, here's a card for somebody who I know who does it well, I have a better chance. When I pick up my phone and I share your contact information with them directly, and all they have to do is push a button, I've got a really good chance. So it's kind of the selfish side, which is what brought me to this group. I wanted an opportunity to meet people that I trusted to send my work to. That's what you all have provided me. Of course, I truly appreciate the opportunity to service your homes and businesses, as many of you have given me that opportunity. But the most important thing was trusted professionals. It's all about who you're hiring, not the what you're hiring necessarily. Who you're hiring with A1 Home Pest Control. In a month, Liz is going to have her bachelor's degree and begin her journey to her master's in entomology. Me, I'm a bug geek. I've got part of a degree in psychology, degrees in business, degrees in accounting, and less than 200 people in the state with my state certifications. We do what we love. Every degree, my dad was just like, oh, so what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're gonna go get your CPA, you're gonna do that. And I'm like, I'm gonna run my business better. And it's made a big impact. But that's the most important thing. When we're dealing with bed bug clients, bed bugs are intrusive. Just so you all know, I planted a bed bug on the bottom of Sean's seat before the meeting started. No, I'm sorry. But the whole point is bed bugs are very, very traumatic. Watch Sean as this conversation goes on. You're going to see. Now, he didn't know he was bit because the bite is a two-stage bite. Sorry. The first bite is an anesthetic. It numbs the area. That's why you didn't see him jump when he was bit. The second stage is an anticoagulant, which allows the blood to flow, so they're able to feed. The second stage of that bite is the actual blood feeding, where they take in the blood. It's been feeding on Sean for about 4 to 7 minutes. It's not a quick bite. It's not a mosquito bite, but it's very detailed. And it's in your bedroom. Nothing's more personal than a bug in your bedroom or on the bottom of your seat at IHOP. So, when a client calls me with a bed bug concern, we go through a process. I explain to him, I educate him. Gene is working diligently on a project where we're putting together an actual little book that we can pass out to the clients, because there's so much information to deliver that stuff gets lost. But it's important stuff. And if I just give them pieces of paper, it still gets lost because it's just pieces of paper. So we're putting together this really, really clever little book, and they'll be able to have that each stage. They get to flip a page and see the next stage, see the next important part. And nothing gets overlooked. And they've got this clever little book that they can give to their friends, family, neighbors, tear-offs, that they can share my information. It's kind of self-serving too. But that initial stage is the education. After we educate the client, they go to, after I educate the client, it goes over to Liz. Now my education is kind of price, brief expectations of what they're going to be faced with. Liz's conversation with the typical bed bug customer to schedule that client with our advanced thermal technology, less than 7 in the entire country that has the equipment that we have. Liz's conversation takes about an hour. Clients get rather enthusiastic with that. I get like, man, you're boring them, just get off the phone. But the client perception is these people are willing to take the time necessary to make me understand what's going on in this rather traumatic experience. It's the people you hire. My hobby is my kids, my family. This weekend, child labor laws be damned. My wife and my youngest two, my 5-year-old and 7-year-old, we were out in the driveway putting together a pallet load of equipment for me to go out and install on Saturday. All 4 of us, little kids, tiny little hammers. It's a family business with a high level of expertise. I took the kids for a tractor ride. That was in my community, 1942 Ford N-Series tractor going down the side. They don't really like it much, but the kids loved it. Just, that's what we do. That's who you're hiring. And you're hiring a different level of expertise. I mentioned in the 60 seconds termites. It's coming to termite season. Are you itching yet?
I've been itching.
Okay. Sean is an anomaly because a bed bite usually doesn't start itching you for 5 to 7 days. That's how they get spread so far. They go everywhere. They're going to be in his car. They're going to be in his house, in his office. 5 to 7 days. Termites. I just did a big job for a big client who wanted termite protection. The corporate did. They have no need for it. Very little need for it. I don't often say that, but the termite population in Florida has declined so rapidly over the last decade that the Department of Agriculture has actually been tracking them because we need them. They're nature's recyclers. We just don't need them in our home, and it's not their fault. We are dumb enough to build our home out of dead wood. Did this huge job. That's the advantage, is that job that I did Friday. It took us about 14 hours with 2 guys, huge complex, but we got the job done. They don't really need it, but they have it, and that treatment is gonna last them for 7 years. In your house, in your businesses, you're probably not a 15-story high-rise, so you probably have a great deal more risk. What I recommend to most of my clients, with the shoot myself in the foot, you want the subterranean termite protection. But you really kind of only need it once. We offer the annual renewal, the bond. Everybody talks about the termite bond. The bond is just, if I screwed up, my liability insurance is going to cover my screw up. That's what the bond is. It's not really like a bond where I go and I give some Johnny $500 to have a bond of protection on the house. It's just the liability insurance. And then people talk about the damage warranty versus the service warranty. Everybody wants a damage warranty. I pitched it for years. I've sold hundreds, and I'm ashamed of it because I didn't know it. I did what I was taught. That's where the industry stinks. We teach people what to do, and then they just go off and do it without really truly understanding why. That's what sets us apart. I don't even offer a damage warranty now. I've got the insurance. I've got higher insurance than most of my competition. It wouldn't cost me a penny to do it, and I get to charge you an extra $150, $200 a year on your annual renewal, but you get no value for it. If you read the contract, you give it to Jim, and he reads what a lawyer reads versus what just somebody with a normal education reads, it's junk. It doesn't. You have a deductible, $500,000 deductible. That's generally going to cover most of the cost of the termite damage. If it's a massive issue, then it doesn't matter. You didn't need that damage warranty because the pest control company probably screwed up with the application. So it's going to be covered under the errors and omissions with their regular policy. It's just a way that we get to get extra money from you. It's not worth it. But having that initial treatment is worth it. Because that treatment with the product we use will last you for between 5 and 7 years. The other thing I said with the big issue is the industry. You do what you're taught in the industry. That's natural. And then when you're a good employee, you just kind of do what you're taught. You do it as well as you can, and so on and so forth. But you don't really overthink it too much. When you don't get results, it drives us crazy. So we want to know, why aren't we getting the results? Well, you're getting the results. That's what everybody does. That's what Terminex does, Massey does, Truly Nolan does. That's what everybody does. But it wouldn't be happy in my house. So when we encounter these obstacles with bed bugs, sorry, Sean, German roaches are the same thing. The industry standard stinks with it. We rethought that process. Our protocol is literally unique. It's different than everybody else. Every company, and this is from chemical suppliers that supply all the companies, they use a particular additive in the product that they apply for German roaches. Every company. They couldn't find any company that didn't do it other than us. So we tested a product for a nationwide chemical manufacturer. The product was junk. We told them that they didn't like it, but they asked us to test it because we were the only company that they could track that didn't use this additive. That additive goes everywhere. I could apply it over here by that fire extinguisher, and in a month, you could scientifically, chemically find it over by Kelly Sue's table. That's disgusting. The bugs don't know. I spend thousands of dollars in training my employees to apply products safely and in particular places. and then you apply a product that you're gonna let a dumb roach travel over everywhere. They're traveling across the tabletops, traveling across your dishes, everywhere. And the industry standard, every company for German roaches uses this product. Now, the advantage to me, I'm smart enough not to. We rethought it, we put in a protocol. Our Google reviews, if you go on there, you'll see that we actually provide a difference. And we do so in a safer manner. I could do it with a kid wrapped around my leg. It's that safe. The results are that safe. And we're the only company that doesn't use the additive products. We bring a different level to you, to your friends, family, neighbors. What I'm looking for, what you could help me with, is first and foremost, any frustration that you hear somebody speaking of relative to a pest issue, have them call. We're geeks. We like talking about bugs. So we'll give them the right information. We'll give them the guidance. Oftentimes it's not towards us. Oftentimes it's, you buy this online and you don't have to pay us. You buy this online, this will take care of it yourself. You do this, you quit cleaning with ammonia and you're gonna quit drawing in the roaches. There's a lot of different things that we guide people towards without them ever even sending me a check. So we'll give them the guidance first, the solution second, and the value always. Brian with A1 Home Pest Control.